What is 0 and 1? What does binary mean, and how does this relate to coding at all? Welcome to the Byte by Byte Coding channel, where we will be answering those three questions. Let's begin with what binary is. In its simplest form, it is a coding language that uses only zeros and ones to tell the computer what to do. It does this by turning certain components of the computer on or off, 0 representing off and 1 representing on. Sometimes it'll do other things, like it could just be a phrase that tells it what to do, or a list of digits that tells it a program to execute. It's most often seen as a machine language, a very complex coding language that was originally created to help the computers execute commands. And it is the most complex language humans have ever created. It's so complex that the average person couldn't understand it if they really tried, because you need to know so much about code and syntax, and in some cases even quantum mechanics. Each digit of binary is called a bit, and the bits act as the building blocks of the computer's code. What they do is when you turn a bit on or off, changing it from a 1 to a 0 or a 0 to a 1, it tells the computer to turn something on or off. Like, let's say that you're looking at one pixel in the corner of your screen. If you change that bit to on, the pixel lights up. If you change it to off, then the pixel turns off again. And this works with every component of the computer. You could turn on some random light that you plugged in, or really anything plugged into the computer can be controlled with binary. And this is how the first computers worked. Someone who was incredibly smart would go in, they would change these bits manually. It would cause the computer to do something. That's how come most computers from back when they were just being invented were these giant machines that took up entire rooms. Because to change those bits manually, you needed these giant pins that you moved around to change a current, to change the part of the computer manually. So people invented binary code to do it automatically. Binary code was something that was created on the computers with the changing the pins around mechanism. But once it was implemented, it changed everything. It allowed them to enter the zeros and the ones and to change it without needing to walk around this giant room and move those metal pins around. It allowed them to change it on a screen with a keyboard. And this revolutionized both coding and computers. Without these first binary systems, coding wouldn't exist. So, naturally, they realized what they had created and just how good it was. They evolved it and made it better, and eventually, in 1952, the first ever computer game was played. It was a simple game of tic-tac-toe played in Britain on the first ever complex computer, known as the EDSAC. This complex computer would use binary without the complex pin mechanism, and it was the first one able to do something as complex as have a machine calculate the algorithm to play a game against somebody. It was revolutionary, and as you would probably know if you have watched our first video in this series, then you would know that from there people created machine language, which is how coding works. All coding languages get turned into machine language, the moving zeros and the ones. If you want to know more on that, you should watch our first video. It's linked up above and in the description. Now, as we dive deeper into this world of binary, I'm hoping that it becomes evident to you that it really is the backbone of computer science and programming. Understanding binary unlocks the doors to limitless possibilities in technology. It is truly the coding language to end all coding languages, because what you really need to understand from this video is that whenever you write code in any coding language, it will eventually be translated into binary, which is then put on the computer to just turn on or off certain components of the computer or store a certain data type. And that's how the programs do what you coded them to do. And it's really just how computers work. So, thank you for joining us today. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel for more captivating content on technology and programming. If you have your own ideas for a video topic, or you want to learn more, comments down below, or go to our Discord linked in the description. As always, stay curious and keep exploring code.